Hey everyone, Justin here with Carolina Packers, doing another cooking with Carolina Packers. I will wait a second for some people to get on here before we move on. Oh, Ricky. Hey Ricky, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming. All right, we got some people on here. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for coming. This is going to be an exciting episode. So let's get going with this. So this is Cooking with Carolina Packers, a show all about sharing your favorite bright leaf recipes. And today, Keto Strong, the queen of keto, is sharing a smoked pheasant jalapeno popper recipe. Now, I've never had pheasant. I don't know what it tastes like, but she posts great pictures, great videos, and I'm interested and I want to try it. And when she made her jalapeno poppers, she used some bright leaf bacon right here. Great bacon, guys. It doesn't shrivel up like most bacon, which allows you to wrap the whole jalapeno, and it's also sugar-free. So I'm excited to see this recipe. I'm excited to see how she cooks this up. So let me bring Brooke on here so we can get going. Here we go.
Hey, Justin.
Hey, Brooke, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm excited. We're all excited to see this.
Good. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you
Okay.
perfectly.
It's super windy here, so I hope it doesn't get too loud. But
Where is here? Where are you cooking from?
I am in Ashe County. We are the coolest corner of North Carolina. We border Virginia and Tennessee, so I'm about 4 hours from you in Joco,
Okay.
Johnson County. But
So before we get cooking, just want to hear, like, what was it like the first time you had a bright leaf hot dog?
well, that wasn't until I became an ambassador for you. I went to East Carolina University, which is just like, what, an hour from you in Smithfield,
Yeah,
give or
there.
take.
Yeah.
So all my friends were holding out on me, but I wanted more. I grilled them up, and I immediately wanted to have a wiener roast and do them over an open fire, and that is a plan soon as it gets warmer. But they are so good. I love them.
Thank you. So I've never had pheasant on a jalapeno popper. How did you come up with this recipe? What was your inspiration for this?
Well, I've been hunting with my husband. Started out as my boyfriend since I was 15, and so we don't waste any of that. So I'm constantly trying to find new ways to cook what we harvest. We took up bird hunting in like 2013. He had been before, I never have, so we had an abundance of quail and pheasant, and I wanted a tasty way to try it, and I love poppers anyway, so that was just an obvious for me. I kept pulling different recipes together and combined this one to make what I still use. I used it pre-keto. I kind of tweaked it to make it keto friendly, so there's no sugar, won't spike your glucose, that sort of thing.
So can you share a little bit about keto before we get started? I don't know if everybody understands exactly what that is.
Yeah, so keto, it's based on the ketogenic diet, or for me, more of a lifestyle. It's just cutting out carbs and adding good fats, like avocado, coconut oil, that sort of thing. I found my way through keto when I found out I had polycystic ovarian syndrome. I won't go down that rabbit hole, but it just helps balance my hormones and keep everything healthier. So I have more energy, I have more mental clarity, that sort of thing. So I've been doing it for 3 years now. So I love it. I feel better, and I got to stay that way.
That's awesome. And guys, just as a reminder, feel free to ask questions, everyone that's watching, and we will get to them. If we don't answer them right away, we will.
But I just saw my husband joined. I want to kill him. He's waiting for the pheasant to get done.
Hey, if he wants to come on here, we'll bring him on.
No, he will not.
All right, Brooke, we'll go ahead and get cooking. Let's see what you got.
Okay. So we already have some poppers in the smoker, but I wanted to go ahead and assemble some for you. So you could see what it looks like. I already have some de-seeded and de-veined jalapenos. If you like more heat, you can certainly leave the seeds or the veins. I can't handle it. So first, I got some cream cheese here for about a whole pack of bacon. That's about 10 jalapenos, give or take. I use a whole block of cream cheese. Then I add sliced or diced. Today I have sliced water chestnuts. People in the keto world or low carb world, a whole can of those, it's about 14 net carbs, so it's like a mere nothing when you divide it up. And then
So, Brooke, you're not only adding a pheasant, you're adding, what do you say? What was that? A chestnut.
A water chestnut. Yep.
How did you
Normally
come up with that?
I just wanted something crunchy, and it's something I've had more with like Chinese or whatever Asian type food. It's just a random concoction, and I swear by it. It doesn't have a lot of taste. It just gives it that crunch. And I'm actually fibbed. Today I'm out of pheasant, but I'm using my last Montana bird. I actually have sharp-tailed grouse. Very similar in flavor, but for the concept, it's fun. So I have the jalapeno, cream cheese, water chestnut, and whatever bird. You can even use turkey. It can be whatever from the store. And now the bright leaf bacon.
Oh yeah, best part.
I just wrap it around like so. And Ricky, your other ambassador, he has these fancy like grilling pins. I just use a toothpick. And if it's going to be over a hot fire, it is good to wet those first.
Okay.
In the smoker, it's okay. So you just wrap it like so.
That's awesome.
I wish you could smell this. Can you smell this all the way from Smithfield? It's good.
Let me check. No.
And I should add too, it probably looks weird, I do partially cook mine before. Hey, I want it to be crispy. So I just pan fry it, or you can bake it partially before you put it on the popper, and that ensures that it gets crispy throughout. But your bacon,
how much do you cook it before you wrap it?
It's just a few minutes until it gets just adds a little bit of color to it. It's probably hard to see. I don't have good lighting out here. Just a few minutes on each side.
Okay.
And then let it cool so it's easy to handle before you wrap it. And then once you have it wrapped like so, and I did have the pheasant marinated overnight in some concoction of olive oil, soy sauce, garlic salt. I prefer Redmond's real salt. And then for non-keto, if you don't care, you can just use regular honey. I use harmless honey. It's like this. I can't find it local to me anywhere. I have to get it from Amazon. And so once you have it wrapped, you can add another concoction of melted butter and brown sugar if you're not keto. If you're keto, this golden sweetener, again, Amazon or directly from their website, or you can look up and find it at TJ Maxx and places like that. A little bit more garlic salt and soy sauce, or coconut aminos if you're avoiding gluten. And for my dairy-free friends, you could also use a dairy-free substitute for cream cheese like Cot Hill. Just a thought. So once it's really cold out here, it's 46 degrees. So my melted butter concoction has solidified. So if it was still melted, I would pour that over the top before I smoke it. And you don't have to have a smoker for this. You could also put it in the oven or air fryer for 400 degrees for about 30-35 minutes. Which I will do with that leftover one. We can't waste any.
What kind of pellets or wood do you use to smoke it?
This time I'm using Naughty Wood barbecue out of California. They have plum wood and almond wood. I'm using the plum wood. That cream cheese just absorbs that flavor. It is so good. It is my favorite. And these look to be about done. If wish you could smell this.
Oh man.
I don't know if you can see it that well, but if you do it yourself, it'll get that black char on the paper. I do like to line it so it's not as messy. That's just the butter and the sugar substitutes that you're using. It's not burning. It's fine. These are hot. Oh, I meant to show you this too. I just saw it. This is my jalapeno core. That's what I use to core out the seeds. Okay. And what I almost cut myself with before the live.
Oh, jeez. Not again. So what is it? Hang up. Bring that tool back up here again.
This?
Yeah, how does that work?
So say this was still whole, I cut off the top and sometimes the bottom. The big ones are ideal for the poppers and using the core. So you would just stick this at the top and twist it as you go and pull it out, and it brings out all the innards. I call them all the seeds and whatnot.
I normally touch the seeds with my fingers, and then I touch my eye with my finger.
Oh
it
yeah.
starts burning.
Yes.
So I might have to get that tool.
Yeah, I've started using. I normally don't use gloves unless I am using jalapenos, but I had a really bad experience last summer. So ever since I've been using gloves.
Okay. You care to share what happened?
Yeah, just like you said, I touched my eye. I mean, I thought I had washed my hands thoroughly, but that's kind of ironic given the whole COVID thing and washing your hands appropriately. But I hadn't washed my hands well enough, and I swiped my eye. There was still a seed. It was bad. It was bad.
All right, guys, if you don't want jalapeno in your eye, get that tool that she has. I'm not really sure what it's called, but
just a jalapeno core.
Jalapeno core. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So this is what it looks like. You want to remove the toothpick, of course. Perfectly crisp all the way through.
Oh, man.
It's gorgeous.
That looks really good.
And then you beat me to it. I brought out a pack of the bacon to show how even it is. I love the fat to meat ratio. Before you guys, I was paying like $8 a pack for, the brand bacon. But it was still inconsistent. A lot of fat or too lean. This is perfect. I don't know. This is probably my 20th pack of bacon from you guys. And it's all been so consistent. It's all consistent. And it freezes really well. I get it online and keeps in my freezer. It thaws out in no time. So very convenient.
So Dirty South asked, are blueberry biscuits keto?
No, Nick, they're not keto. But go eat you 5 for me.
Are blueberries keto?
They are. Yeah,
so then
berries in general. So I could keto-fy that with my keto biscuit recipe and just throw in some blueberries, and I can keto-fy the glaze. Almost anything is easy to make low-carb or keto, even chocolate gravy and biscuits. Do y'all do chocolate gravy down in Joko?
Of course we do. Of
course. Good.
Your sister asked to join.
Oh, gosh.
You want her on here? Let's see here. Let's see what questions we got. CJ, you already know, says that looks bomb.
Thanks, Carson. And I have this little sign up, too, trying to show my code that will save you 20%, but the wind kept blowing over, so you can screenshot that to save my code and save yourself some money.
That's creative. I like it. I know you already answered this question previously, but just in case someone didn't hear it, Hello Healthy, Hello Happy asked what kind of pellets you're using.
I am using the Naughty Wood Plumwood. They are out of California. You can get them shipped free from Home Depot. Because we don't have Home Depot up here, so.
She also she wants you to say Kite Hill again.
I want what?
Say Kite Hill.
Kite Hill.
Ricky says great job.
Thanks, Ricky. Go eat your grouper sandwich now in Tampa. He's in Florida. I'm going to eat one.
Here's something. Our Maragon 33 said they use a baby spoon for corking the jalapeno.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. I like the core because it has that serrated edge, and it helps cut through and get the veins out.
Can you explain to people on here, what is chocolate gravy?
What? That is like a decadence of the South. It is like a hot chocolate pudding, but a little bit thinner, a little bit better, and you just pour it on a biscuit. Hot. You don't want it cold. You want it hot.
It does taste good, people. It does.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
Anybody has any more questions for Brooke? Anything about a pheasant or other birds she uses, or how she comes up with these amazing recipes? You must have did like a good job because there's no questions. Everyone's like, "Hey,
I
looks
hope so.
good."
Maybe they're bummed out. Oh, you can't
No,
tell, but I am representing today.
there you go. Thank you for that.
Of course. Oh, and happy anniversary to Brightleaf. I saw on Facebook. That's awesome. 80 years.
Yeah, 80th anniversary this year. Thank you.
That's awesome.
I mean, I've only been here for 1 year out of the 80, but
Oh, really?
I like
Are
takes
you
one
originally from
credit.
Smithfield?
No, I'm from Michigan.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. How
So I
close
didn't
are you
have
from
no clue.
Allegan?
What'd you say?
How close or how far were you from Allegan?
Well, I was born in Grand Rapids.
Okay.
All right, so Dirty South asks, what's your favorite sauce or hold on, where'd it go? Favorite sauce or spice to use?
Oh, of course. Here's a plug for Dirty South. It's obviously spicy garlic, no sugar, no BS added to it. It's very good. I should have it out here. And that's actually, I have used that on these poppers before when I'm out of garlic salt, which doesn't happen often. But I will add spicy garlic on top. And I do love the Dirty South hot sauces as well. Oh, look, I actually have their koozie today as well. And a 210. May I?
There you go.
I thought I would get parched, but it's too cold out here, so.
Put that in there. There you go. Cheer wine goes really good with Brightleaf, people.
Yes.
Very good.
And the new Cheer Wine Zero, it was released March 1st for all you keto people watching. And it doesn't have aspartame. Still has sucralose, but no aspartame. So I love it.
Represent North Carolina.
That's right. And that's another point I was going to hit on is the whole, like, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm quite obnoxious about supporting North Carolina businesses. And so Dirty South is based in Greensboro or outside of Greensboro in Thomasville. And then you're in Smithfield, so it kind of binds those things together. And another part of this is your bacon for my keto friends is sugar-free. And that is huge. That's really hard to find. But like this whole meal together is quite budget friendly. Your bacon has a really good price point. These jalapenos were 58 cents. The cream cheese is like 78 cents. The bird, I mean, it was free because we harvested it ourselves. But if you're buying turkey, I mean, that can be relatively cheap, and the water chestnuts aren't much. So that's important to me while living this lifestyle. They think if you eat healthy, it has to be expensive, and that's not the case, in my opinion.
So who removes the feathers of the pheasant?
Typically, well, this particular bird we got in Montana on a bird hunt, and in Montana they have to leave one wing on, so if you were to get stopped by someone, they know what kind of bird it is. So that's why I didn't show a picture or a video of me doing it, because people get freaked out and think it's like violent and whatever, but it's not. Your meat comes from somewhere, people. So typically the guide, if you're hunting with someone, they'll do it for you and breast out the bird and package it for you.
Okay. So. Shout out to Greensboro. Thanks for watching.
Whoop, whoop. Justin, do you know where, off the top of your head, any Greensboro stores that have your product?
We're in the Greensboro, High Point, Winston-Salem area. So,
yeah.
So we're mainly in Walmarts out there. So if there's a Walmart, we're probably there.
Yeah.
If you guys want to know where, like what stores we're in, what grills we're in, just message us on Instagram or Facebook, or email us. I'm the one answering the questions, so I'm happy to do it for you.
Oh yeah, Nick would know with 30 South. He frequents there a lot.
See here.
Usually.
All right. So, is there anything else you want to say to the audience before we get off?
Just reach out if you want the recipe or any questions about any Brightleaf products.
What about how often are you posting just new recipes, just in general of whatever?
Probably way too much. All the time.
Way too much?
Yeah. I'm constantly cooking up something new or smoking up something new. I just got the smoker in December. So it was good to get the creative juices flowing again after 2020 and being home. I honestly got tired of cooking. So the smoker has helped revive those creative juices.
All right, guys. Just want to thank everyone for coming, watching Cooking with Carolina Packers. We had a blast. One last thing. Hello, healthy. Hello, happy. Said you're a golden child. I don't know what that means, but great job cooking. Look forward to seeing more recipes. Just thanks for being on here.
Justin. Thanks for having me.
Yep, absolutely. All right. See you, Brooke. See you, everybody.
Bye.